Yang amat berbahagia, Datin Patinggi Datuk Hajat Jamilah Haji Anu, today's event,
who will travel together on a path towards the true meaning of love. Political and military power do not guarantee peace. The starting point for bringing about peace is the family. This says bringing about peace. Ladies and gentlemen, the spirit of volunteerism and peaceful cooperation around the world should be promoted. By building a culture of serving others, the founder of Global Women's Peace Network, Father Moon's peace philosophy of living for the sake of others, can help transform our communities and nations. The origin of happiness and peace lies in the living for the sake of others. I'm glad that our own very state, Sarawak, Women's Day celebration last 2 weeks ago, has taken on the theme of women in volunteerism. We must all work towards teaching our people the virtues of volunteerism, which I think this is not far from the goodness of living for the sake of others. And I believe strongly in volunteerism, but it must be coming from your heart. You can do the volunteerism, but you must be sincere in what you're doing. Only then that is to be volunteerism. Yeah? Congratulations once again to the Global Women Peace Network Malaysia for having successfully organizing this convention. I'm given to understand that also helping is the Ministry of Women, Family and Community Development. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to see so many peace-loving Sarakians gathered here in Kuching. Not only the women, but also gentlemen, if I understand. Yeah, a lot of gentlemen around. Very encouraging. And of course, we know peace is undeniably the highest value of our time. The time before us and the time after us. Especially more so in our present time, which is fraught with religious and racial tensions, terrorism, ethnic cleansing, civil wars, and wars between nations. And we hear this in our TV, radios, and media social, and we all know that, right? So today, humanity is at crossroads. The choice between peace and war. We can all feel the tremendous anxiety and fear that terrorism and wars of various kinds, especially in the Middle East, have inflicted upon us. Every right-thinking person should yearn for peace. We all love peace. We don't want this war. What are the ways and means for creating harmony and peace among people of different races, cultures, religions, ideals, etc.? Even more fundamental to all this, we face a growing moral and spiritual crisis, evidenced in the sharp rise of family and marriage breakdowns, the spread of sexually transmitted disease, and the growing number of young people who are alienated from society and susceptible to violent and anarchic impulses. And of course, when this morning I read about those unwedded pregnant little young girls or mothers for that matter, I'm quite sad to read. It's the first thing in the newspaper when you open it, is more of like having this problem. So here we are in this convention, right? We share. Ladies and gentlemen, we talk about marriage. Marriage is much more than a simple coming together of man and woman, and everybody knows it. Marriage is a path by which a man and woman become as one, create new life, and establish true love. Through marriage, a new future is created, societies are formed, and nations are built. World of peace is realized with the institutions of the families at the center. There's love, and I can feel that we really need each other. That's where the families is all about, the love. There's only can be peace. Kalau tak ada peace. I cannot be here in peace. Right? So with all this at your back, you can hold all this peace while you help other people to help them to get peace. So the peace is for one another. Naturally, a husband and wife must maintain mutual trust within them and nurture the love. And it is your duty to teach the children to hold true to sexual purity. Chastity before marriage and fidelity in marriage are of utmost importance. Children must understand that they need to wait for the right time. Parents must impart these values to their adolescent children very carefully, that sexual relationship is not something to be enjoyed anytime we please. So this is more of spiritual. More spiritual. Be it Christian, be it Muslim, or be it other religion. I think this is the peranan sebagai seorang ibu bapa ataupun nenek. Yeah? So we have to work together for this. To save families, adults must first live their lives of abiding in sexual morality. Only then it is possible to raise children who are beholden to sexual purity. The mother, we mothers, is the fortress that protects the family. Kita lah punca segala-galanya sebagai seorang ibu. Very important. We play a very important role. We are the nucleus, Abu Bulak. We are speaking in bahasa Sarawak. Abu Bulak means we. Kita adalah dari segala-galanya. Sebagai seorang ibu. Not that I don't agree with you, Mr. You are very supportive of women. That's why you are here. So I was telling the audience that we are the women. We are the center. We should be the one who hold all this, and then there's only peace. The parents must show a good example. True children come from true families. You believe that? Yeah? That's why we are here, because our parents educate us, take care of us, and that's why we are here today. We are more eager to learn more, and we sacrifice our time to make sure we lead the next generation in future. So I always agree, as Senator Doris said, we will work together. Yeah, we will work together. And I just heard about this, and I heard it was formed only 2 years ago. I thought more of an NGOs, why not join us and let us sing together apart from doing other NGOs work. We need that peace-loving people around us. Okay? We can always do something more better for the future generation. So, back to the children. During adolescence, children think everything should be centered only on themselves. Children being children. And so, there is a tendency for them to rebel against things the parents may say. Yeah? Because there's a process of growing up. A process of growing up. Yeah, children do things. Sometimes they protest, we do. But it's up again to the parents. Yeah? There is a tendency for them to rebel against things the parents may say. But as parents, I think we have our own way to educate them, to talk to them. That's why we always learn, each and every one of us, we know what their needs. Yeah? Some children, they don't know what their needs, and the parents just can't be bothered, so these things come out. Yeah? So, kebanyakan kita lihat berlakunya pada sosial, because I think we parents need a bit more assertive, a bit more firm. And I believe a bit Of course, we give way to our children to have their own space, but I believe the parents should be not taking things for granted. Be a bit more conservative, the way our mothers taught us how in the beginning, earlier part, but not giving so much way. It is now, see, semua boleh, tapi certain thing tidak boleh. Perempuan semua boleh, but certain thing orang muda tidak boleh. Give us also the conservative way of taking care of the children. You know why I say this? Because a lot of times the parents say because of dada, knowing that the children are having dada, and yet the parents say, no, my children is not getting dada. I didn't see them getting dada. And they make sure they always blame the others for the children taking drugs. And I always got a report that their parents doesn't believe that the children did all this unnecessary or very, very, what I call it, not a good way of life, whatever they do, because their parents, orang Sarawak cakap, pelan gila. You believe me? Pelan gila.